Well, it's a great opportunity yesterday. I thought we got some good work in yesterday. Some guys were limited. A lot of guys were limited, which was by design. Opportunity for some of the young guys to get some live action and a lot of work. So that was beneficial yesterday. I thought that we had some guys step up and show a few things. I thought we had some guys that showed that we got to continue to keep developing these guys, some of our young players. But overall, yesterday we came out healthy. And a scrimmage that as you get this close to the start of the season, you got to be careful, but we got to still get our work in. So we did that yesterday. It'd be really the last full live multiple period practice that we'll have before our first game. So got an opportunity to get some good stuff on film, and I thought our quarterbacks did good. I'm not going to name one today. I thought they did good. I thought they did some really good things. I thought there were some things that we got to improve on. But, overall, I thought it was a good scrimmage. So with that, I'll open up. And we'll get a mic to you.
So today was just a really light walkthrough. How does that differ from, well, I know you're going to do game situations at the Beanie Bowl, but now 2 days of light back-to-back by design. What did you get out of them? What will you get out of them?
I think yesterday we scrimmaged. So today being a light day that we pull off of them, which is what we normally do on a Thursday, this week was all about trying to transition them to what next week the start of school is going to look like. From afternoon practices to what a Thursday practice is going to look like to what tomorrow's practice will go about an hour and a half. It'll be amped up a little bit. There won't be a whole lot of full-fledged contact, but we'll have a little bit going on. It'll be more of game prep that we've done today, and in the Beanie Bowl on Saturday, which will be about an hour, a little over, which will be a lot of game situations. You can't hit situations enough in football.
Camps overall, I guess, especially compared to last year.
I think we've had a great camp. I think it's been a very mentally and physical challenging camp for this football team. I think that they have responded the way that we were hoping they would respond, especially with us splitting fields and guys getting reps. And there's been a whole lot of reps that we've been able to coach, correct. So that's been really good to see. So I think we've had a tremendous camp. I think it's been a very physical camp. And that alone was why some of the things that we did yesterday, pulling some of the guys that we know that are proven players, we pulled them out a little bit early yesterday to let some of the young guys get some reps. And then Thursdays, and this is a normal Thursday for us as we go through situations and pull back. So I think it's been a really good camp.
Since you're not naming a quarterback today, when do you think you'll name one?
We're going to name one next week at some point.
Could this be a game where you play both of them?
I don't know at this point. We just and I don't know. The game will dictate a lot of that.
Is it possible you wouldn't name a starter before the game? I mean,
no, we'll name one before the game.
Yeah. And then Joe said you guys will go over a lot of situations on Saturday, including a fight. I was wondering if you picked out who's going to get in a fight yet.
No, we hadn't done that. We got a 3:00 staff meeting today that we'll go through the entire Beanie Bowl script and from excessive celebrations, what happened, opportunities just to teach. I mean, we try to put these guys in a lot of situational football. I think you've seen some of that being out at practice. To be able to, what do you do in this certain situation and making sure we're covering it. So the Beanie Bowl will be an opportunity for us to do that again and add a few more.
For a guy like Ty Clary, how big a difference does it make? He's had kind of 2 years taking his lumps for an offensive lineman that third year as far as progressing.
Well, Ty's had a really good camp, and I expect Ty to really kind of push himself over the top this year. I think this is going to be a big year for him. A guy that's taken just about every snap in fall camp. He was one of the guys we limited yesterday because the amount of work that he's had during camp, which was good because it allowed us to get Ricky in there, Bo in there, some of those freshmen that we anticipate going to count on at some point. But I expect Ty to have a really good year. He's a leader. He knows what to expect, and I've definitely seen his his ability to mature has really improved over the course of, well, since we've been here in 19 months, and just his focus for football.
So have you guys been working Shane Clennon any at center, and do you envision Ricky Stromberg playing any this season?
We have worked Shane. Shane actually got some reps yesterday at center in some live settings. So we rolled, I think, 3 or 4 centers through yesterday, just again to prepare ourselves for the league that's ahead of us. I do anticipate Ricky playing this year. I do.
Hey, Chad, from a personnel standpoint, looks like Caps was back out there and Coylan. Can you just kind of update us on those guys and Trey Knox and some other guys?
Well, Trey is still sick. We hope to get him back as soon as possible. Sooner than later. He's sick right now, so just sooner than later. We hope to have him back out. And, I don't anticipate him being practicing tomorrow, but hopefully back out Saturday and being with us. But we'll see on that. Corlin was back. He'll be out at practice again tomorrow and going through some drill work. And Austin Cap, same thing with Austin. Austin will be back and in pads tomorrow.
Coach, how difficult is it, though, to actually, you got to tell one of these guys, these quarterbacks, that, you've been working hard, we're going to need you, but we're going to go with the other guy. How difficult on a personal level? I know you're doing what's best for the team, but on a personal level.
Yeah, I think not just a quarterback, but any position. Guys are so competitive, or they wouldn't be in this sport and be in this at this university. And so, you love the competitiveness. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to start, but they can't. And so, these guys are professionals. They understand, and they understand that there's only one guy we're going to run out there, and they also understand they've been around the game of football long enough that when their opportunity does arise, they better be ready for it. And so that's just part of the game. It's just it's part of decisions that you have to make.
With Brady, you still tackling him for the game, and also defensively, just how far ahead of you are you compared to this time last year?
I think overall, from a scheme and knowledge standpoint, we're well ahead of where we were a year ago, an understanding of what's expected of them. CJ, I believe CJ jogged a little bit today, so again, he's progressing, and we hope to have him back out. We won't be on the field Monday. Obviously, Monday's our day off, but we'd love to have him out Sunday and see what he does Sunday, and get him ready for Tuesday and Wednesday practice the next week. That's our plan right now. We'll wait and reevaluate that. I have not talked to Dave since he did some work this morning.
This might be kind of an odd question, but have you thought about using Dalton Wagner in field goal block maybe with his size?
Yeah, we've got we've got several things we've been working on, but definitely a guy that's got the range and the height that you want in the push. So that would be something that we would definitely talk about.
We were talking about this yesterday. Do you know why the Beanie Bowl is called the Beanie Bowl, or what the origin of that might be? Or
it probably goes way back, well before my time. I've just kind of carried on the tradition of what it was called as long back as when I was in high school. I would assume it takes place from guys putting different color beanies on top of their helmets to simulate scout team.
Anything else, Coach?
Coach, if you're going to stage a fake fight, the two guys that probably are most WWE looking are Dalton Wagner, Gabe Richardson.
Yeah,
it's going to be a fake fight.
Those would be two probably that we need to select. Got to make sure they're lined up, against each other, not across from each other on the far end. So, but no, we'll do that, and then call the team up and explain what happens now. They're ejected, and then our ejection policy is you come off the field, who takes the guy in the locker room, how we do things. Those are things that are behind the scene that no one ever knows. You got to coach those up. So, all right.
Yeah, I've been asking to ask you this for weeks.
Okay.
How much do you guys practice the art of tackling and keeping your crown of your helmet out of tackling and tackling safely?
Great question. Something we spend a lot of time on. We start out with our defensive staff the very first day, and we'll video in front of our team of chief demonstrating and our defensive staff demonstrating the proper way to tackle and communicating how to tackle. And this is in front of quarterbacks, O-linemen, kickers, everybody at some point may have to tackle. And so the importance of keeping your head up. And then in practice, obviously when we tackle in practice, it's always something that we bring attention to in a team meeting. The guys that lower their head or hit with the crown of their helmet, we address that immediately in the team meeting by showing video. And we'll also show guys that do it the right way and commend those guys for doing it the right way. So that is an everyday part of our team meetings, and talking about guys taking care of their teammates and proper way to tackle and leveraging the ball and keeping your head up. So,
All right, thanks,
all
Coach.
right, thank you.